Kyle Bradford from Chaparral Motorsports here with Jeff from WPS, and today we have a unique opportunity to compare an old Maverik Boot, which has just been replaced this year, with the new Maverik Boot. Now, Jeff, this has been a staple boot for us for quite a few years, and what are the reasons that Fly decided to redevelop and bring out the new version of the Maverik?
Just like anything, Fly always wants to give you more bang for your buck. Yes, like you said, that's been a flagship for so long. It does really well. But honestly, we just wanted to give more value to the customer and give them a little more protection at the same time.
So if you're in the market for a new mid-level boot, we have the older Maverik Boot on a crazy screaming deal. I can't even talk about it here on camera, but take a look at chapmoto.com. You'll find this boot on closeout. And we also have the new boot. Now the new boot comes in at that mid-range. What are we looking at for this boot?
$129 for black and white and $139 for the colors.
Now what kind of features and benefits are we gonna get for that cash?
Ideally, what we wanted to do is we wanted to upgrade this boot and give the consumer a little more protection than the existing Maverik Boot. And ideally, we went to a molded sole, which is a lot better than the traditional stitch sole. Generally, it's a little bit lighter. It allows your foot to be a little bit lower in the footbed, allows better, easier shifting. Also, we've beefed up the boot a lot. You can see on the back, we've added some more protection on the back, all the way up to the top, up the calf as well. And you could just see through the sides of the boot. You can see the color pieces where we've added more 3D molding to stiffen up this boot. Some of the other features, we've also limited the boot buckle, so now there's only 3 instead of 4. So this allows the boot to be a little bit more lighter because we have added a little more protection on the boot as well.
So Jeff, I did notice that even though the buckles have been reduced, it's the same exact buckle that's being used. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, you know what? We wanted to keep the same buckles because ideally these buckles are super easy to use and engage and unengage. So we want to just keep the same buckles.
So over the last several years, CE rating has become very important to the end consumer. It recognizes another level of safety, if you will. So products have been tested, and if they're approved, they get this CE rating. This original Maverik Boot wasn't CE rated, but from the documents I've read, this new boot is.
Yes, with all the additions to our new boot, we wanted to give the consumer, obviously, a safer boot than what we've had. Upgrade them, give them more bang for their buck, and yes, our new boot is CE Level 2 rated.
So this boot has been out at the track at WPS. Now we have some footage of when we went to visit WPS of us, Travis and I, out on the track, ripping around. Now this boot's been tested on your track by your guys. Who's ridden this boot so far?
Yeah, back at the home headquarters, we've been testing this boot a lot. We have a lot of ex-racers that work within Fly, and we like to put all the punishments to all of our products as well. So I'd like to say this isn't just an entry-level boot. This actually, with the new additions from our old boot, this boot is race ready as well. So don't think this is just your entry-level boot. It's actually has a lot of protection for you as well.
So a couple other things that I noticed when looking at the boot, just comparing the two side by side, is going to be on the back here where this articulation is. It looks like they've moved it a little bit lower to be exactly where that movement's going to happen on the ankle. And then the other thing I noticed was the inside here. This looks different. What kind of advancements are we going to have on this boot?
This is an older Kevlar that we used that did great with the heat from obviously the pipe side of your motorcycle, but we really wanted to upgrade this boot and give it a stronger, more durable type rubber.
Perfect. Now when we move to the inside of this boot, what kind of things are we going to see?
We bulked up the boot, so obviously we want to create more comfort within inside the boot as well. So once you open the boot compared to the old boot, you'll notice a lot more padding and foam inside, so that way you have a much more comfort feeling.
So as you can see here on the inside of the boot, we've got some padding in here. So this is just a smooth layer. There's really nothing in between the inside liner and the outer materials, but it looks here like the inside of this boot's going to give you a good interface between the boot and your leg.
A much nicer, softer feel.
Now that we've pretty much taken a 360-degree look at these two boots side by side, there is one more difference, a pretty big one that I like to point out, and that's going to be the sole. Now what type of sole characteristics is that boot going to have versus this one?
Just a little bit more of aggressive sole, allows you to move around on the bike, stay planted a little bit more than the old traditional stitch sole.
There you go, the Maverik Boot from Fly Racing. If you're looking for a mid-range boot with lots of protection at a very value price point, we have the original Maverik and the new Maverik here for 2019. If you're interested in either one of these two boots, visit chapmoto.com or step into our 160,000 square foot retail showroom. I'm Kyle, this is Jeff, thanks for watching. If you liked what we saw today, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, take care and ride safe.